Not to forget our ginger. Right, for today's workout, we are gonna hit some dunks first thing. I'm gonna do a slightly different variation on the dunks today where I'm trying to increase the distance between where I take off and where I dunk the ball. Incorporating this extra variable of horizontal displacement should add another constraint to the task of dunking that makes it more difficult, but also drives more intensity, more stimulus, because if you still have to get the ball at this height, but you're increasing the distance that you have to jump from every single time, then in theory you should be driving the stimulus more to be jumping higher. After I've done the dunks, I'm gonna do some acceleration sprints, then I'm gonna move into some power snatch plus full snatch complex. And if I have time at the end, I will move into a few sets of heavy triples on the back squat. The coffee is really good though. So this is a Dark Arts coffee. This is a roastery. I think they're based in London, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Hackney in London. And this is a Brazilian, which has flavor notes of chocolate, grape, Brazil nut, and caramel. I'm not exactly a coffee connoisseur, but I think anyone who drinks coffee can be considered on the spectrum of you drink it for the caffeine, you just like how good it feels when you drink it, versus you drink it for the taste and you're a bit weird about coffee. If you know who James Hoffmann is, you're probably closer on this end. If you don't know who James Hoffmann is, you're probably further down this end. I'm already feeling like more amped up, having just had a few bites of that ginger. It's been probably, what, 5 minutes? If some of you have never tried having ginger as a pre-workout, I would highly, highly recommend it. This is what my gym looks like. Gym layout. Basketball hoop, weights, bench, weights go up to 205 kilos, squat rack, and then a big open space like this where I can sprint. That was a right-left with the right hand. Let's get a left-right with the left hand. See how this feels. Okay, it feels weird having so much more distance to take off from compared to here, just so you guys can see the difference. So here, I've got all this distance over here to take off from. I don't usually do this because if my neighbor's parked in the space, then I can't use it, but versus here, where I'm literally just taking off from here, or running from here, and then going all the way to that distance there. So that's probably like 7 or 8 meters total of space versus, as far as two-legged approaches are concerned, unlimited space. So my plant leg planted behind the line, but my block step, so I came in like this, plant step was here, but the block step was here. So if I draw the line a little bit further back on the next attempt with the right left and see if I can get my plant step to be there and then my block step to be there on the next one. So I'm taking off a little bit further away. For reference, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the line was there. I'm just gonna put it about half a foot or like 5 or 6 inches further back. So that's gonna be about there. I have to plant behind that line, see if I can still make a dunk. And basically, the whole premise of this workout is gonna be trying to reduce or increase the distance between those lines to the point where I can't make the dunk anymore, or it feels like it's like the perfect amount of challenging. Oh yes, yeah, I made that. That one was good. That one was really good. Off the dribble too. Got to see if I can do it on the other side as well. Left-right approach with the left hand. That was barely a dunk. Woohoo! Okay. Nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. That one felt good. Always when I'm dunking, it feels like I'm jumping out of the gym, or the parking garage in this case. But whenever I look back on video, I'm probably making it like maybe 30, 32 inches off the floor, and it's only a 9.6 rim. But my God, it feels so fun. I don't even care how high the rim is. Most important thing is just, are you having fun in the session? Does it feel engaging? Does it feel like it's stimulating as well? Like it's stimulating your mind and making it fun for you to do it. If it is, then just keep at it. Woohoo! I am gonna slightly increase the distance again. Distance between here and, I'm not gonna say the rim because it's too hard to like actually know where the rim is on the floor, but to the actual hoop is, well, to the backboard of to the base of the hoop is 67 inches, 170 centimeters. Damn, that actually does feel like quite far out to be getting a dunk. I missed that one, but I know I can make that. Difficult when you can't quite palm the ball. Like, I can almost palm this ball. If the ball were clean and it wasn't so dusty on the floor here, might be able to palm it, but when you can't palm it, you really just have to rely on the momentum of bringing the ball up and cocking it back to put it into the rim with the fingertips. But that's all the skill of dunking, which is why if you want to get better at dunking, you should just practice dunking more often, not just traditional vertical jump training. You need to do the specific task you want to get good at if you want to get better at it. And dunking is that for me, so let's get after it. That was better. That was better. I don't know where I took off there. I'm gonna have to watch it back. I can actually see a little smudge on the line there. So I probably put my foot maybe across the line like that as I took off. But that's good. That means it's challenging and it's definitely further than that line. Oh, snap. I definitely did not expect to make that one. Jumping higher than I thought I was. On the last few jumps, I am gonna increase the distance. I'm gonna let this jump session stretch to 20 minutes because I'm feeling good. I'm gonna go another foot or like just below a foot behind that line. So I'll measure this afterwards, but about there. Now that's where I've got to try and dunk from. That right there is 77 inches or like 195 centimeters. So, I mean, it's quite simple what I'm doing here. All you need is a rock and a tape measure and a basketball hoop, of course, and you can do it. You don't need any fancy equipment. But yeah, if I can make it from there, then I'll know I'm jumping really well today. And I'm actually getting a little bit more horizontal displacement into the dunk. So I guess you could call this exercise like broad jump dunks or like broad dunks. I think I've seen people do this, something like this before, like putting a piece of tape down and trying to do it further. Like Michael Jordan's free throw line dunk. It really forces you to get more horizontal distance on the dunk, which means you have to come in faster if you want to dunk on the rim still. That was definitely over the line. But still, even if you come in and you just step over the line, if the intent is there to go further back every single time, by setting a new line further and further back, you are going to be jumping further every single time versus if I was just like coming in and just trying to get a few dunks in. So the distance is definitely increasing. I'll take that. I want to do another one with a right-left approach and actually make that more convincingly rather than stepping on the line. Let's see if I can get a left-right with a left hand as well. There we go. There we go. That was a really nice dunk. Not quite. I'm gonna finish with a two-hander, left-right approach. Super simple, and then I'm gonna get in some sprints. Ooh.
Why are you running?
Just realized that I set the camera to be quite zoomed in, and so I was basically missing the last few strides of my sprint, so they probably all look decent because I'm kind of messing up around here after the first few strides. Nonetheless, we've got one more sprint. I'm going to see if I can make this one as good as possible and get a nice full 20 meters. Slightly disappointed with those sprints today. But still got a good sprint stimulus in. Nice acceleration sprints. Getting nice, explosive, forceful ground contact from those deeper ranges of motion at the ankles, knees, and hips, which generally tends to transfer quite well into the Olympic lifts, into lifting in general. Like, think about it, when you squat, you get into this deep range of motion here. When you're doing a 3-point start on a sprint, you're kind of like here. You're much more tucked up in your hips, in your knees, and your ankles. So being explosive out of those positions is incredibly useful. 3+3, really just make sure I'm warming up the movement patterns and making sure that I'm getting a good technical workout for the snatch as well. We are currently at just under 50 minutes for the workout. Can you guys see that? So from the moment I started warming up to dunking, I'm just under 50 minutes into the workout now. So good to time your workouts, not so that you can rush through them, but so that you can see how long they're taking. Workouts definitely don't have to take beyond 2 hours. I would argue that beyond a certain point, the productivity of the session has a very significant law of diminishing returns, because longer you're training, the more tired you get. The more tired you get, the more sloppy the workout starts to feel. Did I leave my straps upstairs? I think I left my straps upstairs. Nope, they're right here. Yeah, as I was saying, every single exercise beyond the first exercise that you do is going to have less and less stimulating effect on your body, because the more fatigued you get, the less energy you can put, or less intensity you can put into the exercise. So really try to keep your workout short, both in duration and in number of exercises. Better to do 3 exercises really well than it is to do 7 or 8 half-assed because you're tired after the first 2. Oh. Nice. Oh yeah, Snatch is feeling good today. Decent, really decent. Much more secure, much better. Cool, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna jump it up to 85, 1 plus 1, and I will get the 1.25s out as well, because I feel pretty confident I can work up to 87.5 today. Oh, every single time I make a slight increase on a snatch or a clean, there's that split in my mind. One half of my mind is like, yeah, I think you're good with that weight. You're good with that. Don't get greedy, just stick with it. Get some nice high quality sets in with this. And then the other part of my brain, the ape part of my brain, the very primal part of the male brain, where it's just like, lift more weights, lift bigger weights, always kicks in, and it's like, nah, add on a 2.5, add on 5. See if you can like hit a new PR. And I think that's the challenge of training, is just knowing when to listen to each one, when you're being a little bit of a pussy and you could probably increase the weight, or when you're being a bit of an ego lifter and you should probably listen to the more moderate side of your brain. Oh yeah. Nice, very nice. Now let's see Paul Allen's snatch. So we're at, it says 6 minutes, but that means that we're at 1 hour and 6 minutes. Nice. I'll take that. Woo! All right, I'm gonna call it there for today, guys. If you watched it until this point in the video, I hope you really got some value from this video. Hopefully my rambling, my insights were able to inspire you to maybe pursue your own form of athleticism. If you are interested in becoming a better athlete in the disciplines of sprinting, jumping, and Olympic weightlifting, then check out my program, link in the description. Otherwise, peace.